to decide the fate of more than 15,000 candidates who are in the fray. Now, the counting of votes will take place tomorrow. We will know about the result tomorrow. The political spotlight is firmly on Mumbai, where the civic body elections are happening after a 4-year-long delay. The last BMC election took place, remember, in 2017, and this time it is a high-stakes battle, as BMC is India's richest and the largest civic body, which controls a budget larger than several small Indian states like Goa, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Now, these are also the first election after the split in Shiv Sena and NCP, and three unusual alliances are battling it out in the BMC poll this time, with different avatars of Mahayuti that is also coming to the fore. All right, let me go across to our reporters on the ground tracking every single detail. I'm joined by Rucha, Nilesh and Arunil here, tracking every single detail. First up, let me go across to my colleague Arunil, who's been tracking all the details. Arunil, take us to why this BMC election is so important this time, because we are seeing that this is the election of fluid alliance. A lot has changed ever since the last election has happened. Several parties have broken apart. There has been a family reunion as well. Take us through the latest.
Well, mercurial politics of Maharashtra clearly coming to the fore yet again.
तो डायलॉग बाजी नहीं, आके सीधे वोटिंग करें.
लोकशाहीचं जे तंत्र असतं त्याचा एक अनिवार्य भाग आहे आणि म्हणून ते सर्व नागरिकांचं कर्तव्यही आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे जनहिताचा विचार करून आपल्याला योग्य वाटतो त्या उमेदवाराला मत देणे हे जेव्हा जेव्हा निवडणुका असतात तेव्हा तेव्हा प्रत्येकाने केलं पाहिजे. त्या दृष्टीने आणि त्या दिवसात
everybody should come out in the open and vote. It is your duty that you have to fulfill.
लोकशाही प्रजातांत्रिक रचना का एक अनिवार्य भाग चुनाव है और इसलिए वो नागरिकों का कर्तव्य भी.
Voting is a paramount part of democracy.
विचार करके, जनहित का विचार करके योग्य लगता है उस उम्मीदवार को मत देना, वोट देना, ये अपना कर्तव्य रहता है. उस दिन का वो पहला कर्तव्य होता है, इसलिए मैंने पहले आके नंबर लगाया. धन्यवाद.
उद्बोधन में गांव, शहर, राज्य और देश के बारे में बात करते हैं. ये शहर स्तर के ये पूरे चुनाव है. नागरिक कर्तव्य और आम आदमी की स्थानीय समस्या जो है उसके ऊपर प्राधान्य के ऊपर ये पूरे चुनाव.
इसलिए मैंने बोला जनहित का विचार करके उसमें सब आता है. पडले पाहिजे. निवडणूक आयोगही सांगतो, तुम्ही सांगता, आम्ही सांगत असतो. आता परिणाम जेव्हा होईल तेव्हा होईल.
मतदान प्रतिशत कम हो रहा है, मतदान प्रतिशत
बताया,
हिंदी में
बताए. आप भी प्रयास कर रहे हैं, चुनाव आयोग भी बार बार करता है और हम भी लोग कहते हैं प्रयास करते रहे. एक न एक दिन सबके मन में जो सज्जन है वो जागेगा और अपना काम करेगा.
उपलब्ध उमेदवारांची निवड करायची. अवेलेबल बेस्ट तुम्ही नेहमी सांगत आले.
अवेलेबल बेस्टच ठीक आहे. नोटा म्हणजे सगळ्यांना आपण रिजेक्ट करतो तेव्हा आपण नको असलेल्या माणसाला प्रमोट करतो, असं होतं ते. म्हणून नोटा नागरिकांच्या वैतागाच्या दृष्टीने दिलेला ऑप्शन असला तरी त्यातल्या त्यात चांगला माणूस, अराजक हे
because it showcases that the voters are unhappy with the candidates that are in the fray.
नाही, त्यापेक्षा कोणीतरी हवा. देश चालण्याच्या दृष्टीने ते महत्वाचं आहे.
नोटा के संबंध में हिंदी में बता दीजिए. हिंदी में
देखो, नोटा ये लोगों के मन में जो उद्वेग रहता है उसके लिए एक रास्ता दिया है, ये बात सही है. परंतु किसी को नहीं देना, यानी जो नहीं चाहिए उसको मिलना, ऐसा होता है. महाभारत में अराजक का निषेध किया है भीष्म जी ने. धिक अराजकम, ऐसा उन्होंने कहा है. तो कोई राजा नहीं है इससे जो उसमें त्यातल्या त्यात ऐसा मराठी में कहते हैं, उसमें जो अच्छा लगता है सबसे उसको देना ये ज्यादा अच्छा है. कोई तो भी होना चाहिए वहाँ.
धन्यवाद. थैंक यू. धन्यवाद.
All right, so that's RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat. We in fact have the largest team of reporters there on the ground tracking every single move, every number and every update. Let me go across to Nilesh. Nilesh, before I come to you about why this election is so important, take us through actually what RSS Chief just said a while back.
Well, yes, we heard RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat, who was highlighting the importance of a vote or the right to vote. He goes on stating that how every citizen should use his right to practice vote, though they may have differences with political ideologies, but every individual should reach out. He himself is a senior citizen. He had reached out to cast his vote, stating that every individual across all age groups should reach out. And currently I am being joined with one such senior individual who is holding a stick in his hand, is unable to stand. He's taking my support, but early morning hours is also reaching out to the polling station to support the democracy. We'll try to speak and understand what goes through his mind while he reaches early morning hours into this shivering cold. Sir, what remains the key highlight for you to cast your vote today?
It is our duty to vote, and that's how I come before the crowd starts.
So we can see since early morning hours that senior citizens are reaching in huge number. However, the youngsters are not as much senior numbers.
They will come. I'm sure they are aware.
Okay. So you can see the senior citizen who is reaching out, the couple who has reached out early morning to cast his vote, is taking support of the stick, but is also providing support to the democracy of this country, which gives us a right to vote, to choose our government. For years and decades, every citizen complains of the civic apathy that the financial capital faces, but very few of them reach out to cast their vote, to practice their right, to bring the change that they desire to see. And these senior citizens are setting a benchmark for all of those individuals who are currently keeping away from casting their vote. Normally what we understand that the metro cities have less number of voter turnouts, and that is a concerning factor. Speaking of Mumbai, the Civic polls normally record a voting percentage of 50% or 54% maximum. But will this time the number will be changing or not? That will also be an important highlight. Various setups have also been arranged. Facilities are being provided for voters by the State Election Commission. So the voter would be reaching out at convenience and casting their vote. 7:30 to 5:30 is the time that has been given by the State Election Commission for the individuals to cast their vote across 29 municipal corporations. The change that every citizen wish to see will be brought by the right that they will be practicing today among these hours that has been set by Election Commission. Though the political leaders have their own ideology, though they have their own rhetorics, their own slogans, but ultimately it is the citizens who suffer on ground, and which is why instead of complaining or taking it on social media, one should be reaching out to the polling station, and that is also the line that has been given out by RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat.
All right, so the voting has already started. As you can see, people have started coming in, and there are whistles of actor Akshay Kumar also casting his vote as well. But before I go across to my colleague Rucha, let's take a look at how each party fared in the last election that took place in 2017. So let us take you through the data. As far as Shiv Sena Undivided is concerned, it had emerged as the winner as far as BMC polls are concerned. 84 seats, BJP 82 seats, Congress Party 31 seats, NCP it was undivided that time. Now it has split up. It got a 9-seat. MNS of Raj Thackeray got 7 and others got 14. So as far as the single largest party who won it was Shiv Sena, 84. And that time it was undivided Shiv Sena that emerged victorious. Let me go across to my colleague Rucha, who's been tracking details from Thane. Rucha, this is in fact a civic body poll. So the focus is on the civic issues of Pani, Sadak, Hawa, because AQI has also worsened as far as Mumbai is concerned in the last few months is what we are learning. What have people told you about the issues that they will be focusing on while casting their vote?
Well, if we talk about the Thane Municipal Corporation, water is one of the key points that has played important role here, and we have a first voter here with us. Sir, आपने किस मुद्दे पे वोट किया है और क्या आपको लगता है ठाणे में भी बदलाव आएगा?
थाने में तो बदलाव जरूर आएगा, क्योंकि अगर जो सही तरह से चुन के देंगे तो उसका जो काम करने का जो फोर्स है वो अच्छे से बढ़ के और स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा।
किन किन मुद्दों पे आपने मतदान किया?
जैसे कोई सडनली रोड है, कोई हॉस्पिटल से, कोई मंदिर से, उसके मुताबिक इतना पूरी डिटेल मुझे मालूम नहीं है, इतना मालूम नहीं।
Rather than focusing on what is going on in the politics of Maharashtra or in Thane, he focused on the civic issues that he is facing. And if we talk about Thane, like I was saying, water is an important point because Thane, despite there are so many pipelines of water going from Thane and providing water to Mumbai, Thane does not have its own dam. That is one of the key points. Traffic congestions, potholes. There are several persistent issues that are faced by Thanekars, and mainly if we talk about Mumbai, the issues are similar, and one of the important factors is the Marathi Manus point, which is stressed by the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena as well as Shiv Sena UBT. However, if we talk about the Mahayuti, the BJP and Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena, they have focused more on the development. They are talking about the development projects that they have brought, the coastal road, the Atal Setu, or it may be about focusing on the road from infrastructure to all the development parts that they were focusing on. And if we talk about the voters, last time there was 54% of voter turnout in Mumbai city, and this time the election commission or the Mumbai Municipal Corporation has encouraged the voters through various campaigns that they should step out and cast their vote. And if we talk about the number of voters, Mumbai city has 1 crore 6 lakh voters, out of which 1 lakh voters were found duplicate, and they were contacted by election commission. Like how we saw in recent elections across nation, duplicate voters have become a major point that every political party was focusing on, and today is going to be one of the biggest day for all the political parties. But Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, however, has deployed its 2,000 volunteers on all the booths of Mumbai city to find those duplicate voters, and if anyone is found, they are planning to beat him up. And considering all that, the police deployment is also here. We can see how in large number the Thane and Mumbai police have deployed the security. Considering the action or considering the violence that they are expecting, now it is important to see whether the Mumbaikars or Thanekars they focus on the civic issues or the persistent issues that they have been facing since many years, because since past 30 years it was the Shiv Sena party, undivided Shiv Sena party, which was ruling the Mumbai city, and this is the first time after 2017 that the elections are happening when there are two sides of Shiv Sena. Now it is important to see whether Bharatiya Janata Party and Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena convince the people that their development model is better than the old version.
All right, so as we can see behind you, security has been heightened because a threat has also been given by Raj Thakre's party. They're quite vigilant. They're saying that they will beat up anyone who tries to do something suspicious as far as voting is concerned. Stay on with us, Rucha. Let me go across to my colleague Arunil, who's been tracking all the details from Bandra. Arunil, you were telling us about the M2 factor, that is Marathi Manus, and the Muslim factor, but there's also Hindu factor as well, because BJP is focusing on the Hindu factor as well. As far as the Raj Thakre brothers are concerned, they are focusing on Marathi factor, and the Congress party on the Muslim factor. So tell us what factors are there. This is in fact election of fluid alliances, of the family reunion. Take us through all the details.
this is an intense battle that is playing out in Mumbai for the Mumbai Civic body, which has a budget of more than 75,000 crore, which is Asia's richest civic body, and this budget clearly exceeds many of the other states, smaller states in India as well. Now, what are the key battles that are playing out in the BMC elections? First, it is the battle of rhetorics as well. It was the Mahayuti which basically pulled the first punches, one can say. They played out the Hindutva card, questioning Uddhav Thackeray, saying that he has compromised on Hindutva as well as has been indulging in appeasement politics for the Muslims. But at least in the last 3 to 4 days, especially after the Sabha that Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray held at Shivaji Park, they basically tried to cater to the Marathi Manus as well as the Marathi pride, Marathi Asmita rhetoric that they wanted to push forth. Now, exactly, it is going to be a battle of rhetorics with respect to Hindutva and the Marathi Asmita that Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray are also trying to push as well. Devendra Fadnavis also countered the Thackeray, saying that they have come together to loot Mumbai, also saying that they have been saying that this is a final battle for the Marathi Manus in Mumbai, but it is not like that. This is a final battle for their political relevance. The way the Thackerays fared in the recently held Maharashtra state elections as well. Raj Thackeray, in fact, couldn't even make his son win an election, couldn't even open his account, whereas Uddhav Thackeray is concerned, his numbers were also not that buoyant as well. So the BJP has been countering whatever rhetorics the Thackeray's have been pushing forth as well. It is also about the crucial M2 factor, whether the Marathis as well as the Muslims are going to vote for the Thackeray's, whether that is going to be an instrumental factor. The kind of 50 to 54% voting that we have been seeing in BMC polls last time as well, is that going to benefit a certain alliance? In that case, whether it is going to be Thackeray's, that again will be an interesting thing to watch out for.
Absolutely. So now the voting has started, and in fact, the result will come out tomorrow. Thanks so much, Rucha, Runil, as well as Nilesh, for getting us all those updates, tracking all the move, every number and every update that is coming in from Maharashtra. The rolling coverage continues. Time for a very short break. Keep watching Times Now.